So we are done our date night glam. If you want to get this look, no, I thought not this look. If you want to get this look, tune in because we're about to rock the show. And it's date night. Welcome to late night date night.
To my bed, with hopes that maybe I'll get a chance to see you when I close my eyes. I'm going out of my head.
You're gonna see my whole routine, just not my shower routine. First, I'm going to do my faucet cleaning, which is just these two cleansers here from Mary Kay, as we all know. This is my favorite beauty brand, my favorite skincare brand. Like, we all know this, right? One of them. Anyway, so I got my headband on. I'm gonna push that back so I can get all of my forehead cleaned up. And you can see my skin is doing really well because I have also been using a retinol treatment from this brand, and I'm going to show you that because I use that on a date night as well. This is nothing but cream to help me plump up my smile lines and things of that nature, but this is going to be washed off. This is avocado cream, so this is really good for under the eyes. Date night, I usually slather it on, and I sit in this for about 10-20 minutes before I wash it off and get in the shower. And I have my brow and lash balm on as well. I sit with that on for about 10 to 20 minutes until it's time for me to wash it off in the shower. So let me get my face nice and damp. I'm going to take my rag. I'm just going to make sure that's wet. And I'm going to just wipe this excess cream and everything off. Taking that off of my skin first. And I had a sleeping mask on my lips. It was really nice. It was a raspberry one. So I'm going to take that off as well. For this next part, your face has to be damp. I'm going to take this is the purifying cleanser. I'm just going to take that. And we're about to be done with this one. I've been using this for a while now. This will be going in my empties. And yes, I will be repurchasing this one again. This is a good one. So what you have to do is just lather it in your hands with a little bit of water. Adding it to damp skin. You can do it with a cotton pad, but I like to do it with my hands. And I rub this in my skin for about 3 to 2 minutes on a date night. We need the skin to be supple, smooth, just in case my boyfriend has to kiss on me or anything like that. This has like a very, very nice, luxurious smell to it as well. So if you don't like smells, you probably won't like this, but it is all natural, 100% natural, but it does have a smell to it. I think it's due to the natural ingredient. Smells like shea butter and almond and apples. And how I know that is because they have this body wash that I use and this lotion that I use. It's called Apples and Almonds, and it smells just like it. A nice natural aroma. So I'm just going to make a couple more passes around the mouth and the forehead, and I'm going to start massaging now. I don't have any makeup on, so I still like to wash my lashes and get that balm out so I don't have any balm residue on it. And I like to wash my ears as well with this cleaner deep inside. Then I'm gonna take my silicone pad. I know it's a lot, but it's very, very good to do this, and it gives you those good results. So I'm gonna take my silicone scrubbing pad. And you guys know I like to fantasize everything, so I like to take my time and actually like enjoy it. See how it has like a little glow to the skin? It doesn't set up. It doesn't have any soapy parts to this formula. Like I said, it's all natural. It's a purifying cleanser. Nonetheless, it is a cleanser, and it has helped me with my hormonal acne and my acne scars, because this has a second part to this. It has like a powder, which I'm about to do now. So I'm gonna wipe my face off now. Spend about 3 minutes of massaging. Right, so that's good. Now I'm going to turn the water off just for a little bit, and I'm going to take this is the powder cleanser. So how I do this is I empty it in the top. It's about that. I mean, you can't see it because it's like a powdery, but I mean, it's like that little corner of powder right there. You can see that. You see that? Yep. So it's a little corner of powder, and I just add a little bit of water to that. Dump it in my hand. And it turns milky, as you can see. Yep, on the back of my hands, it turns like to like this milky white substance with like a clear solid color. And if you ever seen something that's clear and solid, you'll see it's like a little cloudiness to it, so it's like a little cloudy texture. And then you can just amp it up as you go, because your face is already wet, so I can just add more powder to my hands. And just rub directly on the face. This gets all the oils out. Helps to clean out those deeper pores I have. And shrinks them. It's good for dead skin and all that. So I'm gonna grab my scrubber and work that into my face. Just a little bit of water. Helps to mobilize the powder better. It's not abrasive, it's very soft powder, but it holds up. Like it's a solid powder, like little pearl powder balls. But they don't hurt. So this doesn't even hurt or irritate my skin. It's not even turning red. But this is good for those people that turn red, or for somebody who has more mature, thinner skin, like, because it's still strong enough to get the job done and gentle enough to not feel. And yeah, this is a good line. Like, if your teen is like fighting acne, you should get them this. My mom got me this one when I was fighting acne, so I have been using it since then. And they're Clear Proof, I think it's called Clear Proof line. I use that charcoal mask they have from that line. So I use a lot of stuff from Mary Kay. I love their stuff. So now that's done. I'm gonna wipe this off. Cap that so that was these tips. Really good. Look at my skin. So I'm gonna wipe this off. And then we are going to hop in the shower. And I'll meet you girls back at my vanity in a minute for skincare and the beat. Let's get close up. I should be wiping in the upward motion though. Right that way. And then while I'm in the shower, I'm going to let. So we are out of the shower, coverage guts, and now it's time to get our late night, date night glam on. So right now, I'm just putting on jewelry, brushing up my brows and things. If I'm running late or anything, hubby will just wait downstairs. Okay, because that's the type of boys I date. Call my phone. He'll call my phone and let me know he's here, but he's not going to be like, would you hurry it up, wifey? No. Only because he know that I love to take my time to look good for him. And the end of the night usually ends at his house, so it's not like he's gonna rush me to get ready to stay the whole entire night with him. So I love a guy that is thoughtful like that. I think when dating, and you should be very, very spoiled by your man, and you should be spoiling your man as well. Like, it's nothing more in the world that I want to do than buy him gifts and take care of him and stuff like that. And I feel like if you don't feel like that about your partner or the person that you're seeing, you need to reevaluate or just get away from them, because in the long run, you're going to wind up hurting them or yourself from not giving 100%. I'm going to prep my lips first. I did a lip exfoliation with this device. You can get these for like a pack of 2. I think they come in a pack of 2. They're really good for like lips, and I like the silicone little teeth, and I like this side to like massage the tops of my lip, or like just like to rub my oil in deeper. So that's what it's for. Just like to massage your lip oils in. And then this side is for exfoliating the lips, which I use in the shower. So I have one in my beauty bag, and then I have one in my vanity. That's not the one I use in the shower. The one I use in my shower is in my beauty bag. So everything's looking good. Primer. So you know how I like to do my skin. I like to go in with a milky toner, but since it's date night and I want to smell really, really good, I'm going to go in with this Rose Mist just to put me in that romantic type of mood and to give me that maximum hydration that I love. And it has that good witch hazel that helps with pore minimizing. And then we also have a good little treat today. This is the Mary Kay Time Wise. Can you guys see that? Pore minimizer. And I've been talking about this on my page for the longest time. It's really just like a creamy serum. It reminds me of this from e.l.f. They're like the same, basically the same thing, and I'm going to use this after this because you have to still use a moisturizer with this. They're the same color basically, but this one is just like a minimizer. So I focus it here. When you want to rub it up. And that's all I need. That's all really I needed right there. So it's going to start to blur, shrink, and even like make those pores look non-existent. Then you have to follow up with your favorite moisturizer or serum. So I use the Thirst Burst drops. Wonderful, wonderful buy. I'm gonna do 2 of those nice little drops. I want to be hydrated for date night. I don't want my makeup to peel. I never had that happen though. But I always hear people say, oh, it'll make your makeup peel. And I'm like, damn, what are they using? Not to say it like that, but tonight I'm going for a more subtle date night look because I feel like if the night is going to end at his house, more than likely he's going to lick my face off before I get to wash it off. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of makeup. And then another thing about my boyfriend, he really doesn't like to kiss me when I have lipstick and stuff on, so I'm not gonna do a lip gloss tonight. He doesn't like that feeling on his lips. So I'm gonna do a plumping balm all night. So he loves my lips and I want them to be extra juicy for him. This is the Apricot Feelings plumping Glow Reviver lip oil from e.l.f. with apricot oil. Ugh, it is amazing, and it doesn't burn, it just tingles. That's why I like this one. It's only $9. Okay, they charging y'all $40 for a lip pumper or $30 for a lip pumper. Burns like hell, and it still doesn't work, and it doesn't moisturize. You have to do your homework. Just because it's going trendy, viral, that does not mean it's good. Like the Laca, I think it's Laca, something, Lacara, something like that. They have this peppery lip plumping thing. I want to try it, but my best friend told me this didn't mission. It's too intense, and he knows me. I don't like stuff like that's like that intense. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So I'm going to do a little bit of subtle makeup. We're going to start off with our primer. I am going to use a primer tonight just because it's always good to use a primer on a date night when you're wearing a little bit of makeup. You want to make sure it's not moving and that your skin is like prepped really good for this. And I just like this one from Makeup Revolution. Did they change their name or something? Like, because they keep changing their name. First it was Makeup Revolution, then it's Revolution. Now it's, I don't know. Like, I gotta keep up with these name changes. Skin Revolution. I'm like, ugh. But yeah, we're gonna start off with that. I'm going to then grab my kabuki brush. This is my kabuki brush, and I love this brush. I'm going to use this to blend out that primer. Even though it applies clear, sometimes it does not spread as even when you use it just like a stick way. You have to go in with a brush and spread it out even so you won't have any unevenness. And as you can see, it provides like a natural blurring type of thing, and it hydrates with hyaluronic acid, and it's supposed to be like a cooling priming stick, but it doesn't make me really feel cool. It just makes me feel hydrated and like my makeup is not gonna move. And I've got this one. I believe I bought this from Walmart. I seen this one at Walmart. So I was like, let me try that. I kept seeing it go like really good on the viral tip. So I was like, let me try that. So the skin is skinning. Everything feels good. All right, let's get it ready because my husband will be here before I know it. So I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting with my... Remember I told you girls, we're only going to do a little bit of makeup tonight. So if I start to go overboard, because I forgot what I said. So I'm just going to add just a tad bit of color corrector around the perimeter of the eye. And we're going to use a brush for this type of application. And I'm going to start blending this out right away because it is amazing when you want it to be sheer. I like to go in right away and it shears it out rather than having that full coverage. I really don't need the full coverage. I just want the bright under eye and I want a little bit of that color correction to go on the base before we put anything down. You know what I mean? Just to have that flawless look. And I'm just gonna blend this out in one direction because it usually works out like really good when I do it just like this and start to just blend it out in one direction. So now I'll take the rest of it under, look up and just blend in a stippling motion, and that is flawless. So it covered every vein in my lids and everything. I'm just gonna do a simple brow too. I want to do a simple brow because we did our bath facial routine and that thing took me some time because I love my facials. My facials that I give myself on date night are amazing because amazing is the word. And that's how I feel when I'm done that facial and I have baby soft skin and my man is kissing my forehead, my cheek and stuff. It's like kind of like romantic to me that he will kiss my forehead because it smells good or it's soft. My boyfriend is just such a sweetheart. So while that's drying down, I don't want to set it right away. I'm just going to go in and handle these brows for you girls for this late night date night look. When the last time you guys been to the movies? And tell me in the comments what movie you saw so I can know what I need to catch up on. Tell me what movies. So the last movie I went to see was, I think it was Longlegs, or was it that Demon Slayer movie? I used to go to the movies like all the time. That's like one of my most favorite things to do with my ex. Like we used to go to the movies all the time before he went to the army. And like we used to catch all the movies. And then once I stopped dating him, I started to like drift away from going to the movies because it would remind me of us. And I don't want to think about him. And I went through my wallet the other day and I seen a damn movie stub. And I was like, that he wrote his name on and told me to save. And I seen that. I didn't throw it away though. I just was like, this is why I should have threw this away. Just because, like, I don't want to think about him. I want to think about the man I'm with. I don't want to think about somebody that was stressing me out. You know what I mean? Because then that'll put me in a bad mood before I go out. But I thought it would, and it didn't. It just made me appreciate my boyfriend now more. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad I got out of that relationship because it was very, very so giving. He's a fucking mama's boy, and I don't date mama's boys, especially when like your mom controls your decision of going to the army. I think that's weird if your mother is making you go to march, the death march. Yeah, I think that's weird. And you don't want to go? Yeah, I think it's weird. And I think it's weird when you act like you like these things just so you have parental approval because you're gonna be looking to forever please mommy, and it's like kind of weird. Like it was weird. I'm like, and then he would tell me all the bad stuff she did to him as a child. So I was like kind of confused. But they say when you're abused that young, you kind of fall in love with your abuser and you kind of start forgiving them. And it kind of starts to contradict itself because you'll be like, I hate them, but I love them. And it's like his mom. So I didn't want to get between that. And I didn't want to be a part of somebody's life that didn't know whether they wanted to be treated good or bad. You know what I mean? Like, because people do sit in their own misery sometimes, and I believe that's what he was comfortable with because he was the only child for a long time. And even though he had like brothers and sisters on his father's side, he wasn't really close with his dad because I guess because his dad was in another relationship with a younger woman and he was like not feeling that. But it's like because his mom was feeding him all of this stuff about them being sweethearts in the army and stuff like that. But I'm like, your mom dates now, so why is she still talking bad about your father, knowing that you want a relationship and you want to see your little brothers and spend time with them? Why is she doing that? Because it didn't seem right to me, and I'm like, ugh, I gotta get away. Because he started acting like his mom to me. He started acting like her. So I'm going to set this now, this color corrector, with a shadow, just so I can have that good skin tone color back. And I'm really gonna pack some right there. And I'm gonna do it the other side as well. You just wanna get your biggest, fluffiest shadow brush and sweep this all over the lid. And now I'm gonna set the bottom with that same shadow, just sweeping back and forth like this though. Okay, all I want to do is catch the color. I don't really want to catch too much of the shadow. So this works though. Like I do this on date night all the time, and he's like, "Yo, do you have makeup on?" Because I can't tell. I'd be like, "God damn, boy, I'm good. God damn, I'm good." So I'm just gonna blend here in this section and stipple. Because like I said, this is a light beat. I don't want to do all that setting powder right now tonight, because this is not going to be on for very long after we come back from dinner and the movies. This will be gone, and then like the movies are dark, so I appreciate a lesser beat for those type of occasions. So next I'm going to go in with my skin tone color, and I'm going to place that right here. As you can see, this is amazing color. I also want to go with this color. I also like to go here and here. And that's it. This is going to be our foundation shade for tonight. Grab my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush that I cleaned because, you know, we did that other video the other day. And I used this for my blush, so I had to clean it. But now it's not clean. It has concealer on it. We're just going to take that all around. That is Gorgina That is Gorgina. Look at that. Is that not gorge? Is that not gorge, guy? Make sure you're blending out in a stippling motion everywhere. Don't get lazy and start sweeping. Unless you're here with residue. I don't have much product on there now. So here is the only place that I would say sweep. Because you're not going to get any streaks here on your neck. If you sweep and then stipple, you won't. Do you see those smile lines? How like they are flawless? It's because I've been doing water. And it helps those lines to like be like so pumped up. So I like to drink a lot of water when I'm home. As you can see, my Stanley is on the other side of the dresser, but yeah. I'm gonna grab a powder puff just so I can blend out my, I'm sorry for shifting the camera, but I hit my mirror. So I'm gonna blend out my under eyes with my powder puff because you know how I like to be flat and efficient. I think I just heard my boyfriend pull up. So that's good. All right. And no, my boyfriend doesn't live in Baltimore, but he lives. So my next move will be bronzing to sum this up. So let's do that. I'm going to grab my Black Radiance bronzer, right? And I like to bronze high. Just a little bit higher than where I usually would bronze at. So that, like that, and just like that, right? This is it in a nutshell. And then I just flip this to this side where it has like this little really soft brush. And you just stipple. See? Looks amazing. It gave me a lot of definition where I have this dimple on my chin. Perfection. Now I am going to switch my brush because I want a bigger brush to do this part. I'm going to take that same brush with the foundation and I'm just going to stipple here. Just because this brush is a little seasoned and I like to do it like this with a little seasoning on it. I like to define my neck here. It really makes it sexy. It makes my neck look so like lengthy and sexy, and he loves my little extra moments like this because I notice my boyfriend stares at me when I'm out with him. He will just be like in a trance. And it feels good to have somebody like that in my life to just make me feel gorgeous all the time. It really does. It's amazing. He'll always like stare at me and just be like so sweet to me. I love him so much. So That is looking good. Nose, sides of face. So I'm going to do this with this part of this brush, and I'm going to switch to do my nose with another brush. My sculpting brush from e.l.f. that I overlove. I haven't been using it though because I have so many brushes I'm trying to make sure I'm getting use out of before I do a brush review coming soon. So before I do a brush review, I have to just try them out. That looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at that neck. Sexy. Ada. So I'm going to do this part now. And this, I just do like just like back and forth. Like back and forth in stippling motion. And you see how it disappeared, like so creamy. And then I lightly tap up here because I told you this part is like the lightest part of my face. So if I don't tap there, it will look crazy. But I have to do it in a certain way, like that. See? That looks amazing. That looks really good. So let me grab my sculpting brush now. And my spoolie just to fix my brows because I did kind of move them a little bit. Not move them, but kind of brush them downwards. So that's amazing. Okay, we're fine. Yep, we're good. No. I see something I didn't brush here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're fine. So this is the sculpting brush from e.l.f. I love to do my nose with this. So if I'm doing this, I will just stipple here on the sides, and I'll bring it up here to the brow. Oh, that is so beautiful. Stipple there, and then I go up here. All I have to do is tap it around. Said nose. And I love this brush just because it goes the best nose contour effect. Take that up to the brow. Push it up into the brow so we have some definition. And I'll take the rest of this and use it as a shadow. So this will be our shadow base. I told you. Everything looks amazing. We didn't even need any extra things. We just did what we was gonna do, and it came out amazing. So I'm just gonna diddly daddle on these lids, like back and forth, so I can make sure I don't have any uneven blending. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing, Demi. Like Demi, this is so pretty. Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna do a lip liner and we're all done. Because I told you guys I have to get dressed, and he doesn't like lipstick because he's a kisser. So let me do Obsession because I'm obsessed with my man. I'm gonna do Obsession. Look at that definition. This is a bad beat for a date night. But I will do a gloss that I've been loving. It's a balm gloss. Now he doesn't mind that, but it's about, I think it's just lipstick. He just doesn't like. He'll do anything else but lipstick. Like if it's a lipstick, so I'm gonna do this sheer glaze balm stick, and that's a little bit of color. That is gorgeous on me. I've really been loving this by Nicka K. The sheer glaze buildable balm lipstick, because it's not like a lipstick, it's just like a tinted chapstick. It's so good. It's so shiny. I have to add beauty marks. It's so good. It's so shiny. I like to do like 3 right there. 1 small one there. Okay. So, and then I do 1, 2, 3 there. I don't like to do them all the same size. I like them all to look different sizes. So 1 here, 3 here. I'll do 1 here, and then I'll do 3 there. Just to switch it up every time I do it. I'm going to go in with just a little bit of eyebrow gel so I can make sure my brows are holding throughout the night. Because that's the last thing I need him to see, my brows fall down. Or any gaps, you know what I mean? Because I didn't put that much. So I'm going to do some. This is a tinted gel, but it's not really dark tint. It's just taupe, which is like a soft brown. But it will give you color. It will give you some color. If you're like scared that your brows are going to fade, use this. You see how it just gave you that color in the front? I'm going to do this side too, because I like my front of my brows to look natural. I don't like them to look too dark. But this allows the hairs to actually like show. You see? You see those hairs? It allows it to show. So I really like that, and I really appreciate that. I love that look. So this is almost done for date night. I love this look so far, so good, right? All right, the last thing we need to do is set the face with a setting spray. So I'm just going to do a little bit of that. We don't need much, because why? That's going to just have like a natural matte finish, right? It doesn't say matte, it says radiant, with a radiant finish. I never knew it was radiant. I thought this was always matte. But this is a really good Clear Continuous setting mist. Best. And that's the only one I'm going to use tonight because, yeah, it's going to hold until we get to his house. So I'm going to now get dressed, you guys. I appreciate you staying with me while I did my beat. If you want to comment, share, like, feel free to do all of the things for me, because my influencer journey depends on you guys and the interaction I receive from you. I appreciate everything. This will be posted on YouTube as well. So if you don't see the whole video on my Facebook, go to my YouTube always, and you'll get the whole gist of every video. This was a long one, only because we did our bathing facial at the zinc, and I wanted to show you some of the products I was using. I didn't put my retinol on, but tonight I'll be doing that with my other things from Mary Kay. So I did promise you guys I was gonna do a retinol treatment after I got out of the shower, but I just did the pore minimizer because I'm like, but do you see those giant pores I usually have here? Do you see them? No, you don't. It's because of this. The pore minimizer. Look at that lip. It didn't even come off. That is a good lip. That's a good look. So yeah, I'm glad I chose that glaze. It sits. Yeah, so this is a late night date night. I'm glad you guys got ready with me. Let me go get dressed. And I will see you girls on the flip side. The body is tea.